So I'm talking to all of you and my mic has been on mute. So I have to redo all of that again. Kirsty's laughing at me as she thinks I'm very funny. All right, so let me repeat that. I'm going to just let you know that you're going to receive 3 links with your email. You'll get obviously the first link where we spoke about acne, the second link where we did sensitivity and a little bit of pigmentation, and the last link now, which is the last bit of the retail and the conclusion. So once again, apologies that you've had to rejoin twice. We will have to see what we are going to do for the future when using Zoom, but I'm sure we're going to be able to do something and figure something out. So don't stress, it won't forever be this way. We were taking a chance for today. We were lucky to not have experienced this in the 2 previous sessions. All right, so everyone, I think I was speaking a little bit fast at the last bit. Kirsty says I was speaking a little fast at the last end of the pigmentation. Did everybody get the pigmentation? You can just chat. Do you want me to repeat anything? I apologize. Sometimes I get carried away and I do tend to speak a little bit faster. But if it was too quick, please just let me know if there's anything that you would like me to repeat. If not, we're good. All right. Okay, so let me go back to sharing my screen with you and we're going to carry on. All right, so we're about to begin with the retail for pigmentation. Now, something that I just want you to understand, Matisse's. Oh, did I not share? Sorry, it doesn't seem to have shared the screen with you. Maybe because I didn't click it. So now you should be able to see. Okay. Right. Okay. All right, so let's just go back. When it comes to the treatment of pigmentation, something that I really want you to understand with how Matisse treats pigmentation. Now, Matisse is not going to take melasma or cloasma or vitiligo or any one of those and all of a sudden fix you and you're walking out with this perfectly uniform complexion skin. I wish, but it doesn't work that way, okay? Because pigmentation is so excessively complicated to treat, it is also excessively complicated in order to find the exact and the right type of product that is going to remove the pigmentation. There are so many mechanical elements that make up pigmentation, the different causes of pigmentation, how long it's been there, so for how many years, for how many months, for how many weeks. When did the onset of the pigmentation even start? How deep is the pigmentation? How bad is the pigmentation? How dark is the pigmentation? And then also all your different skin, Fitzpatrick skin types would depend on how pigmentation is going to affect a Fitzpatrick level 5 or an olive skin tone, or how it's going to affect red hair and freckles skin tone. It is all extremely complicated. So the way in which Matisse have approached pigmentation or skin discoloring, should we rather talk about, is on a brightening and an illuminating level. So Matisse is going to talk and recommend products for a brightening and an improving of a skin complexion and for illuminating properties, not necessarily pigmentation and the reduction of pigmentation. Although our products do have an effect on pigmentation, we rather talk about brightening, illuminating, luminosity, complexion, evening out complexion, as opposed to a whitening or a bleaching effect. So I hope that is clear for everybody. All right. How Matisse is going to evolve. Currently, we have the latent line, and the latent line, all right, is going to eventually be replaced by a line referred to as cos makeup, okay? And that is because it's going to take on more of the complexion, the radiance, the brightness, and the luminosity, as opposed to being a whitening or brightening range, okay? How we are going to look at it though is obviously as it currently stands, and that is as the latent line. And the latent line, as you can see at the moment by this table, is made up of a cleansing and an exfoliating category, a complementary category, and a daily care category. All right. So in our cleansing and exfoliating, we have one product that deals with both cleansing and exfoliating, and that is our Radiant Cleansing Water. All right, our Radiant Cleansing Water is an eye makeup remover, a cleanser, and an exfoliator all in one. All right, you do need to shake the product before you use it. All right, very important. It uses a basilicus ferment as the type of exfoliating action, which is a gentle exfoliator. It's an alpha hydroxy acid, but it is a non-irritant alpha hydroxy acid, a gentle one, where making this product safe for daily use. So you can apply it over the eyes, over the lips, and over the whole face. You shake it before you use it onto a cotton pad, and you do the wiping method of cleansing. Now, it is not a toner, so a toner will still be needed to perfect the cleansing routine and to hydrate and to you know, constrict your pores, etc. And that would be dependent on the skin type. So whether you were mature, whether you were dry, whether you were oily, whether you were dehydrated, whether you were sensitive, would depend on the relevant toner that you would choose. This is not a toner. It can be used as a second cleanse. So you can use this as either a pre-cleanse or a second cleanse after a gel, a foam, or an oil to have an extensive cleansing routine. Maybe especially if a client is wearing a lot of heavy makeup, you might want to use a cream or an oil cleanser first, and then you would use the Radiant Cleansing Water so that you could actually touch and physically touch the marks on the skin. Excellent for post-inflammatory acne type of pigmentation, and also excellent for giving that brightness, the radiance, and the luminosity. Okay. One thing you must remember whenever we are dealing with brightening, with pigmentation, with anything like that, is very important to understand that it is sometimes possible for the pigmentation to get a little bit darker before we get the lightening effect on the skin. And that is because the pigmentation is moving from the basal layers of the epidermis to more superficial layers, okay? So you're basically, as your pigmentation is moving up and up and up, so the surface will become darker and darker. Once it is at the surface and it's at its darkest, you will then be able to start to break down the color, okay? To then become a little bit patchy, it could generally become lighter. Every skin, unfortunately, reacts differently, so we cannot say exactly how long it will take. We also cannot say exactly what the results are going to be, okay, of the treatment. But we do have very good positive results and feedback. Okay. Under the daily care category, we've got the Radiance Serum and the Radiance Cream. Now, these two products make an amazing duo, and I like to refer to all of these as, you know, my really, really amazing trio of products. Okay, if you're using all three of these products, you're definitely going to see an improvement in brightness, radiance, luminosity. The complexion is going to be even. You're going to have a sparkle. Okay, all right, and not a physical like sparkle, but a nice glow, should I say, to the skin. So your Radiance Serum is your target specific serum. Nano citrus in here, so it's going to really help to improve the production of the melanin or reduce the melanocytes, get a more even complexion. And we're going to make sure that you definitely use or apply an SPF when using the Radiance Serum as a treatment. All right. So it's going to unify the complexion, and it's going to correct. It's going to be a correcting complexion corrector. Then we've got the Radiance Cream, which is also I like to call this the Photoshop product. This is your complexion perfecting daily moisturizer for morning and for evening use. Your Radiance Cream should be used morning and evening. Sorry, we've got like some hectic loud music, but it's disappeared, so we're all good. All right, so your Radiance Cream, your complexion perfector, it's like your Photoshop product, okay? It's a very nice product. For those of you who have watched my YouTube tutorial and my Instagram tutorial on these 3 complecting products, you'll be able to see that I give you a little bit of a tip where you can use a little bit of radiance cream on the cheeks even after you've put your quick lift on to give you a little bit of a shimmer. Okay, so it's almost like a highlighter that gives you a little bit of a radiant glow. All right, so that's your cleanser and your exfoliator, your serum, and your moisturizer. And then in the complementary category box, we've got our quick lift foundations. Amazing, they are the best. All right, they are not only covers, all right, makeup covers, they are anti-aging foundations, quick elastin in them, hyaluronic acid, they treat and they cover. So we do refer to them as our treatment foundations, perfectly safe after any facial treatment that you've had to apply your quick lifts, but they are also excellent for daily use. They are non-comedogenic, so if your acne skins are looking for something to cover up and to hide their acne, you can definitely give them quick lifts. It's not going to do any damage to their skin. So they are regarded as treatment foundations. And then last but not least in the category is your BB cream with your SPF of 15 in it. This is a moisturizer, it is a cover, so it acts like a foundation, yet it is not as thick as a foundation, obviously. It's a tinted moisturizer, and then it is your SPF as well, and this would replace your moisturizer. So for some people, they would still like to put the moisturizer on underneath, but BB cream is a moisturizer on its own. So you can recommend it as a moisturizer with a tint on its own. Obviously, then it would only be used for the day and not the evening, and an alternative night product would be needed. But BB cream is your tinted moisturizer and kind of on steroids because it also has an illuminating, plumping effect as well. Okay, so that is your current Le Tint line, all right. The new packaging, we have not had final confirmation yet of looks and feel and all of that of it and product names. So that is not available on this presentation, but as soon as it becomes available, obviously these things are phasing in and out. So we will get that to you when we have got it, but it's only much later on in the year that this is happening. Okay, so are there any questions that we have? Is there anything anybody would like to ask about our 3 conditions before I just give you a quick little sum up? No questions. Okay, so that, if I can just quickly give you a sum up of obviously what today we covered in skin conditions. Obviously, it was your acne, your different stages of acne, your causes of acne, your treatments of acne, and what products you could recommend. Then we had the sensitive skins, where we look at the difference between the sensitive and the sensitized. Again, looking at triggers of this and what products we could recommend. And then last but not least, the pigmentation, the difference between hyper and hypo, how we would approach pigmentation and how we would treat it. So I hope that you have enjoyed today's class. Sorry, we have a question? No, unfortunately, Renee, we will not have the lighter BB cream. They were not happy with the formula of that, and they have completely removed that off the what do you call it? The offering. Okay, so it's completely removed, unfortunately. All right, so again, I hope that I've been able to shed some light. I hope I've given you a little bit of a refresher of your knowledge, and I've taken you back to a little bit of the basics and fundamentals about acne, sensitivity, and pigmentation. As you know, I'm always here for you to answer any questions that you possibly have via WhatsApp, via phone call. If you want to have a one-on-one Zoom meeting with me, you're welcome. I hope you've enjoyed these 3 little classes that we've put together. I do plan on doing more. I plan on doing a hydration one. It won't be next week though, for those of you that were wondering. But I will look at doing a hydration one where we talk about preventative and fundamental products that are coming, like do corrective. So if you have any ideas, if there's anything specifically you would like to learn, please let me know, and we can help you out. So I hope you have enjoyed. We are going to do things today a little bit differently with regards to the names for the certificates, because we found that posting it in the chat, a lot of you leave the meeting before posting your name and your surname. So we are going to ask our area rep, so both Mel and Monique will, if you could please send your full name and surname to your area rep, and then they will pass it on to me for your certificates. Otherwise, I will use the name that you registered with. So if I don't hear from you, then we'll use that name. But please, if I could really ask you to send your name, and also the therapists that have joined this session that are not registered on our database, as obviously not every therapist is on our database. We only have you as salon owners. So please, if you had more than one person attending from your salon, please send that through to us as well. All right. So thank you, everybody. Congratulations. You have now officially completed the skin conditions workshop, and your link, your certificates, and your PDF documentation will be on its way. And please stay on the lookout through MailChimp for the voiceover trainings that will be coming your way as soon as the info is available from Paris. So thank you once again, and I hope you've enjoyed. If anybody would like to stick around and say hello, I'm going to stop sharing my screen and we're going to go on to video. So if you'd like to give a wave, a smile, or just blow a kiss and just say that you're there, that'll be great. Thank you, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. Officially, this is the end.
Inga, how do you leave?
Thank you. Nobody wants to put their videos on to show us how pretty they are, Kirst. Yeah. They're scared of what they look like today. They're all cozy and warm. All right, ladies, if that's it, thank you very much. I'll monitor the chat. Thank you, Malishni, for your clapping. And I'm just going to check the chat, but I think we're all good. Thanks, Astrid. Glad you enjoyed it. And there are a lot of thank yous on the chat, so that's awesome, everybody. Thank you. Now we have to miss you again. Thanks, Charisse. There's Sunaya. Sunaya. Hello. So you were there all along. We thought you weren't there because we didn't see your name come up. Thanks, Precious. Thanks, iPhone. Not sure who you are, but thank you. Karen, thank you, Karen. All right. Everybody enjoy. Did you enjoy, Sanaya?
Yes, thank you very much. Thank you for a beautiful morning.
Oh, good. I'm so glad. Hope it could help.
Absolutely, indeed.
We miss you guys.
Yes. Miss you too in Cape Town. We're all trying to keep warm and safe.
Us too. Believe me, it's freezing here. It's been raining, so it's definitely a change for us. We're not used to the wet cold.
Yeah, but you keep well, and looking forward to all the exciting new products.
Awesome. I'm glad you're excited. I'm also excited. Okay.
Take care.
All right.
Cheers.
Take care. Thanks, everybody. Officially, bye-bye. I'm going to switch off. I'm going to end the meeting. It was lovely to see you and have you all here. Bye. Stay safe.